Hello friends, welcome back to Feldy Farming Simulator 2011, map created by Farmer Yip. We've just been exploring the map here, kind of taking a look around and seeing some of the fields here in the upper section of the map. We've kind of explored the rest. I know there's some areas we haven't gotten to. But we're just kind of seeing what all's in here, and as I recall, with Farming Simulator 11, there is no price to purchase these fields, so anything we see is ours. It's pretty cool, the new fruits that they've put in. We have some red clover, very red clover right next to us. I'm not sure it gets that red in real life, at least not where it's grown around us. Oh, and here we have 3 different ways to choose from. I think the path to the right goes over to the quarry, and actually we still have a tractor kind of caught down in the quarry. Oh my goodness, I forgot to set my timer. Let me do that. Thank you, Eustace Farmer. That way I know when the jig is up. And I believe straight ahead, I think there's water up on top of this hill. I think that's what the purpose of this is up here. Yep, looks like, what it be? That's a water tower. Actually, maybe something else. Water pump rings. Oh, we need biofuel to operate. That's right. We're going to have a number of processes to do in order to get things to function in here and keep them functioning. So, and I think the path to the right takes us down out of the fields again. Before we go over there, maybe we'll just head on over to the quarry. I'm pretty sure the quarry is to the left. I think the trail to the right takes us along a fairly treacherous path along the cliff edges of the ocean that's kind of over beyond, which we can see. And not for the faint of heart. I think the first time that I played this, I actually had a course play set up, and I don't remember if I ended up with some vehicles in the drink, but it's pretty, you may not want to do that. Well, that's kind of interesting. There's a little, what would you call that? I don't think there's any way to get down there to it. It's kind of at the base of the cliffs, but it looks like a little grassy area down there. It's so steep, and there's walled rock here. It's kind of hard to tell. Probably just kind of pretty sheer. Continue on up here. And once again, with Farm Sim 11, we feel every bump straight to the camera. Kind of climbing up the mountain to go see the quarry. Guess this gives us a little overlook. Eee. Yeah, in the first episode, I had mentioned, if you can see on the PDA map, there's kind of an area over here that's unused. Fairly significant area of the map. For whatever reason, Farmer Yip never chose to develop it. So at some point, I know this isn't the original version of the map. I took it in the editor. I added a field down here. We really don't need the field. It's pointless to even go over there. There's no industry of any kind. And I was just kind of tinkering with the map, learning how to set things up, how to do a little bit of modding. So that's kind of how I ended up over there. So I have no idea. I can't even remember if I even tested. Like, here's a gate to open as part of a mission. And on the other side, yeah, you can see it from here. There's another gate over here. I just tried to copy what was done over here. I have no idea what objective makes this open. So it's possible. Well, it almost looks small enough, or tall enough that you could go underneath, but it's possible that nothing would open the gate. So whether I ever continue with that some more, I don't know. And so over here, I think we get rock. This is kind of a type of quarry where we get, or maybe silica out of there, and they turn that into fertilizer. So there's quite a ways we would need to haul it, but we got some missions to do. I think this one's a tail end of the missions that we would do in order to be able to open and use it at. And of course, dead ahead is an open pit. First thing we'd have to do in liberating our tractor out of the quarry is to fill in the pit, which we will be doing shortly, depending on how much time we go through exploring the map. And I'm not going to go down the edge of the map over... Whoa! Yikes! Keyboard steering alert. And there's no guardrails, no nothing, no safety features built in. I'm not going to go down this road. Maybe at some point we will. We can see the fields beyond. Down over the edge is kind of where our where the biofuel place is and the kelp converter to make fertilizer. So we'll save that for another time. I'm going to head off over here and see where it takes us. I think it just goes kind of into the interior of the map. Takes us along some fields. This looks like a pea field. Actually, well, maybe it doesn't really take us into the interior of the map if this is intended just to be a field access. So I'm gonna just kind of sneak along the edge here. I don't think I'd do anything to the crop if I accidentally ran over it. My goodness, no square corners in this here map. Yeah, I'm feeling, my deficiencies in remembering kind of how Farm Sim 11 even works, let alone how to do multi-fruit in it. I know back in the day it took a whole lot more effort to set a lot of that stuff up. Alright, here's a main drag. I think when we did episode 1, I think we came out here. We continued on our way up kind of that direction. And now I think I want to sneak back over here. I'm going to cut over across on the road here. There's one area I kind of wanted to explore, but it's still down kind of at the main farm. Oh, maybe this is a road I need to stay on. Driving like a drunken sailor. That's just a field access, right? That isn't a road. So steep, these fields. Really, they're not farmable that steep, I don't think. Not without highly specialized equipment. And actually, I went on the lookout to see if I could locate a hillside combine or one of those combines at auto levels with the slope. And I think I found one. And found some more, I think, on YouTube, depicting these, but it doesn't seem to work the best. So not only would I have to give it multi-fruit capability if I want to use it in here, I also would need to fix the auto leveling, and I'm really not sure what's wrong with it. It'll level a little bit, and then it just kind of goes back to its original position. Here's kind of this on point of the original map. We're going to sneak between some buildings. There's one other road I wanted to take, at least to explore a little bit before we get down to farming in earnest. And, we never did take this road. I think this is the one I'm thinking of. If we continue on down this way, we'll get to the bottom of the map. You can kind of see where the inlet of sea comes in. So we're going to cross this bridge here and see what's in here. Yeah, you can faintly see the outline of the running water. Kind of coming down through the air. Maybe there's gold that could be panned out of the river for all I know. But I know the last time when I played the map, I didn't really use this road coming up in here all that much. I'm not sure why. Kind of think I just got used to accessing the other side through other points. Oh yeah, there's definitely some fields up here. Several of them. There's a lot of farming to be done here. And just a lot of farming. And once again, we're kind of driving right through the fence. Farmer Yip made it very helpful so that we could hire workers and use courseplay and not have to worry about interfering with the fence. You know, I'm wondering if this comes to a big cliff up here. That's a nice field of wheat, which we'll need to come up here and harvest. But I kind of think we come up to a pretty sharp drop-off cliff, if the shadow on the map is anything. Woo! Okay, yeah, that'd be pretty steep. So down there is that little valley we saw earlier, and then beyond is, of course, a whole bunch of grass. So we are way up high. And we're obviously going to need to drag the combine up here to take care of this, and as well as our other equipment. Yeah, I'll say again, I just love the hills. Oh yeah, so the road comes in over here. This is probably about the last little bit I think we need to explore here, and there's not much to see. It's just, I wonder if these are also, oh, he made those hard objects. Look at that. Is that the fence even between them? Okay, so even the barbed wire is a collision. Look at that. Okay, so alright, so he took some collisions off. He did not take all. And I gotta say, if I'm just one person doing this, I may try to avoid those fields. Although that looks like a nice field. I don't know. I'll just have to give that some thought. I think for the moment I'm gonna take what I can get from wherever I can find it. So if I need wheat, surely I need wheat for something, then I'll be finding it here. There's a nice field of barley in here as well. How do you get in there? Isn't that interesting? You know, oh, I wonder if that's down on the other side. Maybe wouldn't logic dictate that there be an opening somewhere along here? But there isn't. I suppose, I know we can drive right through the fence, but I think it'd be nice to try to do it from wherever the normal access point is, but I can't even tell. Was that up here? I may have to do a little searching on that. At any rate, I believe that has covered most of the map. So what I'm kind of curious about is what pieces of machinery do we have? I think this started out over by... We started this out over by the sales place. So you know what? I'm going to just leave this parked right here. And for the moment, I want to switch it out of game so we can kind of see what the mission is that we need to do. Mission number 1, biofuel plant near the kelp converter. Tip the following into the plant to produce biofuel. Maize or corn, 1,000 liters. Rape or canola, 1,000 liters. And it's going to give us 500 liters of biofuel. When we have 2,000, the storage opens access to Sheep Hill. All right, so to get into the sheep, we have to have 2,000 liters of biofuel. So really all we need to do is harvest some corn and canola, a bunch of it, put it in here, and that should give us plenty of biofuel, and it should open Sheep Hill so we can get in there. All right, I think we can manage that. Now, really, the first thing I think we need to do, though, is to liberate our tractor, because we're probably going to need it in the harvest, and the tractor that we need to get out. See, this took us clear over to the quarry if we use the tab. Oh, that is already starting with a full bucket. And I know I've showed this before. In this pile is a big old trigger, and all we would literally have to do is drive this tractor and trailer into here, and it would autofill the trailer. I suppose, I'm not even sure how good my loader skills are on keyboard or not. This must be torment to watch. Oh my goodness. Little beep, beep, beep. Oops, I shouldn't tip it that way. That's backward what I would say. There we go. Oops. Maybe I'll just dispense with the map. Yeah, sorry, I can't claim that my loader skills are any good. Alright, we have another scoopful. Oh my goodness, that would be an insurance claim right there. Or we can do this the easy way, like I say. And this is maybe knowing too much about the map. Let me hop out of here. Go into our tractor. Hey, y'all, I did 2 scoops. That's got to count for something, right? Yeah, maybe the trigger could be set up a little better over here. Oh, yeah, we just ran through the pile and it magically filled us up. Yeah, I guess with a tractor it holds 4,000, so you basically are looking at 6 scoops to get you full. All of 5 plus 1 additional. Climb up to the top. Oh, what is that? You know, it's interesting the way the collisions work, and this is an older version of the game, of course. Hopefully I'm not making anybody seasick. Wow, you feel every bump, don't you? There it is. We got a little thing coming up from the bottom. We'll head on back down the hill. Go get another one. Makes you wonder if some disgruntled employee recently left the employ of the quarry, and they were so disgruntled they decided to dig a hole and make life tough on everyone. I think we happen to be hauling, what is it, sand? You know, I'm kind of curious. Let's just hop out. We'll go look at rock. We are hauling rock. All right, that's what it is. So we're filling this hole in with rock, and I'm wondering if later, when we open this other mission kind of over here, I wonder if rock is one of the inputs in order to get silica out. I'm not sure what all the inputs are. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. First, we gotta fill the hole. I don't think I've ever played another map, ever, anywhere, that had a hole you had to fill in, that had a moving fill plane in it, kind of like we're seeing there, and that you had to do it in order to liberate a tractor, or that there was a reason to do it, period. You know, I know in the farm sim genre, early on, of course, it was just crop farming. Then, I think with Farm Sim 11, the game finally came with animals in it. Well, animals meaning just cows, milk cows at that, and had multiplayer. And then I think when 13 came along, there was additional crops. Sheep, I think, came to be. Eventually with 15, they introduced timber. You know, but before 15, there was a mod that introduced timber and tree cutting. And I know with 19 and beyond, and it started earlier. If you look for mods for some of these older versions of the game, you'll see it out there where there's guys who wanted to be able to do mining activity. Not that long ago, I knew a guy who that's exclusively almost everything that he would do with the game is mining type of activity. So he was modding excavators and backhoes and bulldozers and some of those kinds of things. Now I think we can get through, by the way. And as the game has improved, you know, it's made it easier to do this. But back in 11, if you wanted to mine, you were really limited on what you were able to do. Now with, I think starting with 19, you know, you're able to in-game dig into the dirt. And I think with 22, some started coming along, some enterprising modders started coming along with excavators that you could literally dig in the dirt with them, and it would terraform the land under you. Not so back in the day here, where you had to be a whole lot more creative if you wanted to do any mining. You know what? We'll take a trip kind of along the ocean side over here and get a beautiful view. Aha, there's that ledge down there, kind of by the water. Farming, you put in a couple trees. Oh, there's another road down here. I wonder where this goes. Guess we didn't explore this one. Probably just heads up to another field if I had to venture a guess. We'll save that for another day. And you know, when you see stuff like, I mean, just look at this. You know, and you would ask yourself, what does this have to do with farming? And of course, we'd all say nothing at all. You know, just looking here, I mean, this is the ocean over here, or some massive lake. It's ambiance, and it's what makes this map in particular unique. But I would say in any map that we see, what separates a lot of the really good mappers from those that are average is this kind of thing, where they create a unique world, you know, that when you come into it, it's just so different and unique you know, that it just stands out amongst all the rest. You know, and even though, I mean, I know looking at this is kind of painful on the eyes, looking at some of these trees, knowing there's so much better available to us now in the more recent version of the game, I realize all that. But this map still stands out for being so far ahead of its time, you know, when it was created and conceived. Alright, so I seem to recall the last time I played on this, I spent a fair amount of time kind of on the lower edge of the map. So these are fields, what is it, 31 through 35? And I'm not sure what all's in there. I know we have canola in some, I think we have corn in some. So I think we have what we need to fulfill a mission, which is what we're gonna do. And then eventually, yeah, there's the buildings over there. If I knew what I was doing, I would just turn right through the trees, or turn to the left, rather. Yep, just didn't want to make it easy. Like, wouldn't it be helpful if there was a road right here? We're gonna pretend there is one, instead of taking the long way around. Alright, so I think that's barley dead ahead. This is canola, I believe. And over here, we have corn. I'm not sure what all we do have. Maybe that's wheat beyond, and then maybe more corn down there, or more canola. We're gonna have some harvesting to do, and some of this, it isn't just about missions. We got to earn a certain amount of money too, so we can afford additional equipment and whatnot. But I believe with the tractor and that we've now liberated from the quarry, and we have the combine. There's 2 different headers. I don't know if there's any equipment in here to speak of. Trying to kind of look inside. Oh, well, that's really helpful. Not. Yeah, there's nothing in there. So we're gonna have to get harvesting here, and I don't know that it matters which one we do first. I'm gonna go hop in our combine, and we're gonna set aside our trailer here. Let me see. I don't even know if I'm on the trailer. Nope. There's gotta be a way to ditch the trailer. There we go. Oh, I thought I got rid of the trailer. Hey, what's going on here? It isn't letting Shift Q to detach trailer. I don't know why. Okay, I did Shift Q. Alright, well maybe if I get rid of my cutter first. No? There we go. Now I'm going to back this up and... Hello! Don't tell me I gotta drag that trailer everywhere I go. Well, now that's interesting. Now I was trying Shift Q to... Aha, there we go. Finally ditched that silly trailer. I don't know if that's a Farm Sim 11 thing. I don't remember that at all. So who knows what that is. Could just be temperamental mod. I don't know if I'm popping any errors. Nope. Folks, we are going to get to work. So we'll go by our overgrown hedge. And let me see here. I kind of think, what's the best? When you have an oblong field like this, I probably should start more on the bottom. So maybe what I'll do is I'm going to get out of the hedge up here. I'm just going to combine a strip at the top. Oh, this is a beastly hedge. We wouldn't dare do this in real life, would we? I have to ask my British and Scottish friends. Oh, that's not it. Is it J? Yeah, I think that's what it is. Oh yes, I remember. This field is so steep, or it isn't as flat as it could be. Yeah, I think the header is rubbing on the ground up here. So whenever it rubs on the ground, it has a little bit of difficulty. I gotta remember the cruise control settings are different for this than the other game, but I think I wanna... There goes a timer. Make a strip across the top up here. Actually, probably what I should have done was try to fertilize the field, but the trouble is I ain't got no money. So, I'm gonna just do the best I can here. Take out a strip, and then I want to use... I do have a... They recommended no other mods, but I did put one in with a compass. And since I know this didn't have just a couple different directions back in this version, then I know I need a compass to help me keep things straight. Trouble is, Farmer Yip probably didn't build fields on... Oh, but bless your heart. At least you didn't put collisions on that. Trouble is he probably didn't build his fields on a true north-south orientation. So let me try this. Is that about 180? Got no higher. There we go, 180 degrees. Now, ideally, as I hire that, he's going to go back and forth. He may need another strip kind of up there. But that should be enough. Oh yeah, we got canola down here too. That should be enough to get the whole field, presumably. Oh, and you know what else? I look at that header. It isn't taking a very wide swath, which makes me wonder if the... Turn. Ah! Yeah, it makes me wonder if the work area is a little bit off. Now this time it took a full swath. Maybe it's because of the shape of the header. I don't know. But anyway, y'all, look how it goes right through that tree. Yeah, that's really helpful to AI. Thank you so much for stopping and watching this. It's an old map, but a goodie. And I'm looking forward to digging in a little bit and seeing if I can rediscover Feldy and what made it tick. Thank you, Farmer Yip. Thank you all for watching. I will see you on the next one.